What is going on, people of the internet? My name, of course, is Panther. Welcome back to the channel once again. Today I've got an interesting one. It's another top 5 video. As you guys have seen from the title, it is the top 5 things we want in Call of Duty Black Ops 5 Zombies, or Call of Duty 2020 Zombies, whatever the situation may be. Now, this is all in my opinion, so please, if you feel the need to argue with me, just post down in the comments below what you guys want to see in Black Ops 5 Zombies, and let's start a conversation. That's what this video is all about. Anyways, enough rambling on. Let's just jump into the video. Coming in at the top 5 spot, we have less reliance on microtransactions. Now, what I mean by this is that Gobblegums in Black Ops 3 were good, but as they neared the end of the Black Ops 3 life cycle, Gobblegums just became too strong and too overpowered. Then in Black Ops 4, the elixirs basically started off worthless, and my problem with the elixirs is that there are 4 always ready to be activated. I personally preferred the Gobblegum system over the elixir system, as you had to go out of your way to get a Gobblegum and you could only pick one. I think that is a more strategic route, whereas I understand the Black Ops 4 system was all about maximizing however many profits that Activision can get. So personally, I just want to see less reliance on microtransactions so we can have more of a fair game. I don't want to have to pay in order to get good at zombies. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have less get out of jail free cards. Now, Black Ops 4 is the biggest offender of this, but other games did have this as well. For example, in Black Ops 4, they give you an unlimited damage special weapon right off the start. All you need to do is just kill a couple of zombies. Again, like I said, there were 4 elixirs that you could use at any one point. Wraithfires were completely broken, as there was no need to use a monkey bomb if you had a Wraithfire in your created class. Personally, I think zombies should go back to the route of Black Ops 1/Black Ops 2, where it's all about skill. You had to train the zombies. If you got stuck, that was entirely your fault, and you had to figure out the most tactical way to get out of that situation. No pulling out a specialist weapon that will kill every single zombie around you. No elixir system where you have 4 get out of jail free cards all at once. If you have one Gobblegum, that's fine. I think that is fair, because you have to go out of your way to get it, and you only have one at a time with limited activations. I think that is a perfect system. I just think that zombies needs to go back to more of the skill route rather than trying to cater to noobs. We all started off as a noob playing zombies. A lot of us started back in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, where you had to really try and understand how the zombies moved so you could kill them without dying. I think that is more of a perfect system in regards to skill rather than, again, how much money you put into the game, basically. Coming in at the number 3 spot, I want Treyarch to take more risks. Now, Black Ops 4, you could argue that they took very many risks because there were so many different changes to the game. However, I think that Treyarch needs to revert back to the original systems that we had, but still take risks. For example, that is something they have been doing all the way up into Black Ops 4, just taking risks, seeing what sticked and what didn't. The Afterlife system from Mob of the Dead, that was an incredible game-changing thing that was innovative, but it didn't completely hurt the map. It actually worked. So I think Treyarch needs to take more risks. Black Ops 4 was a very safe game, as everything was very formulaic. Very similar to Black Ops 3, actually, but even less so. Treyarch can innovate without changing the core features that make zombies, well, zombies. I don't want every map to feel the exact same with just different layouts. I want each map to feel different and to feel unique, and for that, Treyarch needs to take risks. Some things will work, some things won't, but that's all the point of game development. You want to take risks. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the return of the old perk system with just some minor changes to make it work. I already have a video talking about how to improve the old perk system to make it work with some of the newer perks that we had in Black Ops 4. For example, what we could do is you have 5 perk slots instead of 4, and you could also buy back perks, very similar to the Infinite Warfare perk system. And then you also have reasons to negate the use of specific perks. For example, Quick Revive in solo wouldn't be a perk at all. You would just spawn in with 2 to 3 revives, very similar to the Black Ops 4 system, so that way you negate the need for Quick Revive. Just things like that, not necessarily throwing out the perk completely, well, for example, Quick Revive you are, but things inside of the map that make some other perks not as necessary. So that way Treyarch is not forcing us, quote unquote, to use the crutch perks the original 4 that everyone likes to use. I think the return to the old perk system would be great because that's really the identity of zombies. You have to have Juggernog, you have to have perks like that because that's the whole point. Zombies is all about progression. You start off weak, the zombies start off weak. The zombies get tougher and harder, so you have to get tougher and harder as well to kill. And that's just the whole point of the game, basically. It's a horde game mode where you have to grow along with the enemies that are growing as well. Also, a small side note with this, I would love to see the return of the old point system. I think the changes to the point system in Black Ops 4 were unnecessary, as it just was pointless, really. It was something that they were trying to fix that didn't need fixing. I do have one honorable mention, and that is I want a more grounded story. I do like sci-fi. I think time travel does kinda work, but personally, I would love to see everything more just set on Earth rather than apothecans and aliens coming in and they are the creation of the whole zombie universe. I want a more grounded story, similar to how it was back in World at War, where it was just Nazi scientists trying to create something that went wrong and suddenly we have a zombie outbreak. I think a more grounded story would definitely work a lot better. And coming in at the number 1 spot, I think a lot of people can agree with this, and that is we need to have a simple and complicated version of every map. Now, go back to Black Ops 3. Imagine the very first map that you have ever played of zombies in your lifetime is Shadows of Evil. A very, very complicated map where you have to look at hours upon hours of YouTube tutorials just in order to pack a punch and get one special weapon, the sword. I think we need to have a compromise here. We need simplicity, but we also need complication to keep players playing. If you have a map that's too simple, people will get bored of it rather quickly. If you have a map that's too complicated, some people just won't even give it a shot because they're too overwhelmed. Zombies has lately become more and more about quests and the storyline rather than gameplay and making sure that players are satisfied. So what I would do is, let's say each map has a standard quest version that is just a normal regular Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 zombie map, but then you can turn on easy mode and that skips the quests. For example, let's say you're playing on Origins. Instead of having to build all of the staffs, you just hit the box and the staffs are in there. They will have a very, very low percentage of being pulled, but they are still in there, and you don't have to do the upgrade quests, you could just pack a punch them. Stuff like that. That would help bring in new players that don't fully understand the concept of zombies, so that way you're not leaving them out to dry. And in these easy game modes, we have to be able to do the Easter egg. That was one major downfall of Black Ops 4 Mutations, is that if you were playing on Mutations and you changed some settings, the Easter egg was impossible to do. It was locked, basically. I think on this new version of easy mode, you should still be able to complete the Easter egg. Some quests will have to be in there, and that's fine, but some quests can also be taken out, so new players can do the Easter egg and feel accomplished. The Easter egg won't count towards the leaderboard if you're playing on this easy mode, but it is still possible to do. I think that's something that we absolutely need, because some zombie maps are just too complicated for new players, and even for current players who have played zombies for years and years. For example, Dead of the Night, that's just such a complicated map with so many different moving parts that it does make even veteran players just not want to play it because there's just too much to do. We need simplicity back in zombies. So those are the top 5 things that I want to see in Call of Duty Black Ops 5 or Call of Duty 2020 Zombies. It is a little bit of an opinionated list. Again, these are all of my thoughts. So leave down in the comments section below what you guys want to see for this new game, and I would love to just have this conversation with you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.